Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Superintendent Dr. Maria Karstafen, At-Large Seat 9 and Board Chair, Mr. Jason Estevez, Educational District 6 Board Member and Board Vice Chair, Ms. Ishay Collins, Educational District 1 Board Member, Ms. Leslie Grant, Educational District 2 Board Member, Mr. Byron Amos, Educational District 3 Board Member, Ms. Michelle Olympiadis, Educational District 4 Board Member, Ms. Nancy Meister, Educational District 5 Board Member, Ms. Erica Mitchell, At-Large Seat 7 Board Member, Ms. Candace Wood Jackson, At-Large Seat 8 Board Member, Ms. Cynthia Briscoe Brown, Deputy Superintendent, Mr. David Jernigan, Chief Financial Officer, Ms. Lisa Bracken, Chief Accountability and Information Officer, Mr. Bill Karich, Chief Human Resources Officer, Ms. Sky Duckett, Chief Operations Officer, Mr. Larry Hoskins, Chief Engagement Officer, Ms. Angela King-Smith, Special Assistant to the Superintendent, Ms. Erica Long, General Counsel, Mr. Glenn Brock, Associate Superintendent, Dr. Dan Sims, Associate Superintendent, Dr. Danielle Battle, Associate Superintendent, Ms. Yolanda Brown, Associate Superintendent, Dr. Emily Massey, Associate Superintendent, Mr. Tommy Usher, Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning, Dr. Olivine Roberts, Assistant Superintendent of Student Services, Ms. Tammy Workman, and Executive Director for Office of Innovation, Ms. Gail Burnett. Ladies and gentlemen, your Superintendent, Board of Education, and District leaders welcome you.
Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the pledge, the national anthem, and the Negro national anthem.
I'm about to pee on myself. I can feel my heart.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets wriggling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Oh, sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Oh, sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us.
Good afternoon. To the Atlanta Public Schools Board of Education, the Atlanta Public Schools Senior Executive Leadership, the supportive KIPP Metro Atlanta region, the patient and fearless staff, the devoted and amazing parents, the dedicated team and family of KIPP, and the KIPP Atlanta Collegiate Class of 2018, welcome. We are overjoyed to celebrate this momentous occasion for KAC. Since our doors opened in 2011, we had a vision for the future of our students and staff, a vision for the potential heights that we would be able to climb. And we have now reached the peak of triumph. We have excelled beyond our vision, and now it is time for you, class of 2018, to lay a path for your future. The incomparable poet and activist, Maya Angelou, once stated the following: I encourage you to live with life. Be courageous, adventurous. Give us a tomorrow more than we deserve. Please take those words to heart as you move forward on this journey of life. Through honor, humanity, innovation, tenacity, and unity, KIPP Atlanta Collegiate's 2018 graduates have the ability to take on the challenges and joys of this world. We are here to honor the class of 2018 for what they have done and what they will continue to do as high school graduates bound for a lifetime of accomplishment. At this time, please join me in welcoming Leilani Allen, the Secretary for SGA, who will be attending George Washington University in the fall.
We are excited that you are able to join us for this awesome celebration. We have a few requests regarding the ceremony. First, we ask that you refrain from any flash photography or recording during the ceremony. We have a professional photographer who will take pictures of all students as they receive their diplomas, which will be available to you at a later date. We additionally ask that you remain in your seat for the entire ceremony. We understand that each family is proud of their graduate, but we do ask that you refrain from using any noisemakers or making noise that interrupt the program as students walk across the stage. Finally, we request that you please silence your cell phones. We thank you for helping us ensure that this graduation ceremony is special for each one of our graduating students. We are warriors, and we will not be fearful of what our future holds. Warriors stand strong and fight for what they want to accomplish no matter the obstacles that they face ahead. We are the kind of class who will take on new journeys head on and continue to utilize our tenacious spirit, and we conquer our new lives outside of high school. As we embark on new journeys, we must keep the same characteristics of that inner warrior that was instilled in these past few years. We must remember all that we have accomplished and continue to encourage ourselves as we embark on a new journey into the new world as adults. Remember that the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. No matter how difficult things may get, never give up for what you want, because true success never comes without some struggle. I am confident that as individuals, we will continue to challenge that inner warrior and chase after what we want. Again, welcome and enjoy the celebration.
Today, it is my honor to introduce our Superintendent of Atlanta Public Schools, Dr. Maria Karstarfin. She has served as superintendent here for the last 4 years and brings an impressive record of transformative educational leadership with nearly 25 years of education and experience in diverse major metropolitan school districts. Under her leadership, the Atlanta Public Schools graduation rates have reached 77%, an 18-point increase during her tenure. Let's give that a hand. She credits us, the hardworking students on this stage, our families, our educators, and every one of our stakeholders for this dramatic improvement. Dr. Karstafen earned her doctorate from Harvard Graduate School of Education. She earned a Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science and Spanish from Tulane University and Master of Education degrees from Auburn University and Harvard University. She has also studied at the University of Seville, Spain, and University of Innsbruck, Austria. As you can see, she really likes school. She began her educational career as a middle school teacher in her hometown of Selma, Alabama. Dr. Karstafen is passionate about leading Atlanta Public Schools and living its mission every day. With a caring culture of trust and collaboration, every student will be ready for college and career. Let's hear it for our dynamic superintendent who is leading Atlanta Public Schools on his journey of transformation, Dr. Maria Karstafen.
Okay, are you ready? When I say, you say, family, friends, and KIPP community, and of course our gorgeous graduates in their splendid purple and white, we welcome all of you as we celebrate KIPP Atlanta Collegiate's graduating class of 2018. It is on this day, graduation day, that we are living the mission, graduating students ready for college and career. This class does it best. This class is the first class to have every single one of its seniors participate in an advanced placement course for all AP programs. That means every senior took AP Language and Comp, AP Literature, AP Statistics, AP Calculus, AP Biology, AP Chemistry, or AP Environmental Science during this year. Warriors! You represent everything we strive to be in Atlanta Public Schools, and I couldn't be more proud of you. You deserve a ton of credit. There are a lot of people behind the scenes who are working for you really hard every day. I just want to acknowledge them. You have a committed elected school board, including Vice Chair Ishay Collins, Board Member Byron Amos, Cynthia Briscoe Brown, Candace Wood Jackson, and Michelle Olympiadis. I also want to shout out the Executive Director for Innovation and Charter Schools, Gail Burnett, our Deputy Superintendent, who was your founder, David Jernigan, and KIPP Executive Director, Kennery Patel Smith. But most importantly, you know you didn't get here without the mightiest warrior behind you, your principal, Mr. Dave Howland. As we prepare to confer your diplomas today, I am so encouraged by the KIPP motto, work hard, be nice, because you truly have embodied what that means. There are so many accomplishments, I can't call out every student, but it is hard to miss the outstanding performance of students who have persevered, overcome obstacles, and really carved out bright futures for yourself. So I want y'all to join me as we cheer on our warriors for academics, athletics, arts, and citizenship. In academics, your future STEM scientist and valedictorian star student, Tatiana Singleton. Future Dr. Diamond Clark, the Salutatorian. Tatiana, along with Natasha Stallings, please stand, placed first in APS Science Fair, advancing to Georgia State Science Engineering Research Fair. Warriors! I also want to acknowledge Diamond Clark, Haley Monsoon, Tatiana Singleton again, Mayana Thomas, all earning Zell Miller scholarships. And for the third year, KIPP Collegiate has a Dell Scholar that is going to pay for her college education, Jessica Heinzman. The 2018 Horatio Alger Scholar going to the University of San Francisco, Janiyah Boone. And collectively, KIPP scholars are earning millions and millions of dollars in scholarships. Please stand if you received a scholarship. Warriors! In athletics, they've excelled as well. We have KIPP scholars who have all region, the team for football, and there are many of them. I don't know who's left to play football next year, but stand up and stay standing. Offensive lineman, Kendarius King, all-around athlete, Octavius Arnold, running back, Norris Marshall, defensive back, Ratavius Moss. I gotta keep going. I have Miko Presley, defensive end. I have Corin Green, wide receiver. Kanijah Martin, outside lineback. Lamac Calvin, defensive. Kenan Kelly for safety. Jerry Matthews III, Justin Henderson, Ricky King, Kendrick Walker, Jarrett Keckley. Did I miss anyone? What's your name, baby? One more time. Quentin Arnold. There we go. And of course, no team is complete without their cheerleaders, with seniors Aaron Miles, Ajayla Shaw, Catherine Howard, Alexis Simmons, Elaine Collins, and Diamond Lloyd. Warriors! They also made the GHSA 6AA region championship. It is the first team to do this in the history of the school. Our girls basketball team created a first for KAC by placing second in the region and advancing to the second round of playoffs. Please stand, seniors. Congratulations to Shamari Bell for being selected as regional winner for Positive Athlete Award in cross country for the state of Georgia. And they have a swim team. Raven Reese, Randy Bell Jr., the captain. And of course, the sounds of royalty bring all the music into our hearts. They even went to South Africa to share in the joy. Senior band members, please stand. And they have big hearts. In citizenship on Valentine's Day this year, the entire senior class participated in KAC Seniors Love to Give Back, where they completed a day of service across the city at nonprofits, including the Georgia Latino Alliance for Human Rights, Books for Africa, La Amistad, and Thrift Book Atlanta, just to name a few. Would you please thank the future leaders of Atlanta and the world for their citizenship? And would our students please recognize all the other people who have supported you along the way, your incredible teachers, your friends, your relatives, and last but not least, your parents and caregivers. They have all nurtured and endured and shaped you into what you are today. One last time. And Layani said it before, but as you move from KIPP into the world, you're warriors and you will always be warriors, and you have to keep that fighting spirit. Warriors are champions for other people, showing great vigor and courage, especially in times of need. They stand together, they fight together, and they fight for what's right and push on to win, not just for yourself, but for your community. Even though you'll go off to distant schools or even perhaps into the military or the workforce, you take that KAC warrior spirit with you. And in the battles ahead, especially the ones that require extra grit and you know you've got it, but the scholarship you didn't receive, the college you weren't accepted into, the classes you won't ace, the sorority or fraternity that didn't pick you, the crush who's just not feeling you, and the dream internship that you didn't land. It doesn't matter so long as you pick yourself up and keep on fighting. You will win the right war. And don't forget that all along the way of those struggles, there are people who are here today because they love you, and they will be there with you tomorrow, scrapping alongside you all along the way. On behalf of Atlanta Public Schools, it is with enormous pride that I say to you, the KIPP Atlanta Collegiate Class of 2018, congratulations and good luck. We love you and we will miss you.
Good afternoon, teachers, students, faculty, family, and other distinguished guests. I am Tatiana Singleton, and I stand before you all as the valedictorian of the graduating class of 2018. My course as a KIPPster began in 2010 when I walked through the doors of what is known as the old KIPP ways to sit directly on the floor for the duration of my summer school. I remember thinking, what kind of school does not have chairs for its students? And KIPP is just something else. I still believe that KIPP is something else to this day. It amazed me how at a young age of 10 years old, KIPP wanted to acquaint us with the Earl Nightingale philosophy that we will receive not what we idly wish for, but what we justly earn. Although I knew no one, through the struggles of earning our chairs, hallways, polos, and end-of-the-year field trips, I was able to adjust to the culture and find friends to spend my time with. Even with my struggles, I have accumulated a variety of pleasant experiences and helpful knowledge through my journey at KIPP. For instance, I will never forget the day I was pushed into the lake at Camp High Rocks by my English teacher, or the fun I experienced as he ran through the halls to celebrate National Happy Day. I encountered teamwork while learning our middle school chants and vowing to never discuss them with other grade levels. I valued the unity that formed through our grievances about not being able to celebrate our seniority. My other difficulty was being able to maintain my tenacity as I observed the airplane fly to South Africa and leave the whole band in the terminal in Atlanta. All of these important values I have learned at KIPP, including perseverance through silent hallways or lunch, were only the start of the many lessons that were yet to come. Before my American government class, I did not have a clue about the inner workings of the government. I knew the basics, like the 3 branches, but I could not tell you the amendments in the Bill of Rights. I am embarrassed to express my previous ignorance, and I advise all of you to not relate to that. I waited until the mass shooting at Parkland, Florida, to wake myself up and learn about the functions of the country I live in. I questioned how a former student could legally buy and carry an AR-15 rifle and walk unnoticed into a public place of education. I questioned why people were concerned and did not have any trust or faith in their government. Most importantly, I questioned my safety as a student, considering that the walkouts were needed to spark a change in our land of opportunity. In class, we learn how a change can legally occur when a bill becomes a law. The bill is introduced, approved by a committee, and voted upon twice, where majority rules before it reaches the president to be signed off into law. Many bills that could cause a difference we see do not become laws because our elected legislative leaders deem them unimportant. This bureaucracy makes the legislative branch is most powerful because of its ability to create laws within itself. It took until my senior year of high school to realize that the problem was with our officials, yes, but also with the future adults of the world. We have to realize what's occurring around us in order to use our power to reconstruct what does not serve us. We choose to give our attention to the festivities on the other side of the world, such as the royal wedding, and allow that to distract us from what is happening only states away. For many of us, high school has greatly impacted our outlooks on ourselves, but more importantly, on our surrounding environment. I began as a freshman who was oblivious to the power systems that occurred around her. I had been focused on celebrities and trends while the world around me was shifting, and I wasn't keeping up. Now I leave as a graduate who has an intense passion about learning about everything that affects me, whether that be the protein pathways in my body or the importance of the midterm elections. These last 4 years have made us stronger through all the problems we have encountered and prepared us for the struggles we will inevitably face in our adult lives. For all of us, today is significant in that we are now thrown in the real world. We cannot avoid what directly impacts us. What we were excluded from because it's grown folk business is now all of our business. Just how we earned our seats in middle school, we have now earned our seats in the classroom of life. We have earned the ability to formulate our own opinions and the right to enforce them. The same way that we have evolved as people over these years, we must now alter our conversation. We have to rally together to modify what we do not benefit from. But we cannot perform acts like this if we don't know what's happening. Even if we feel powerless to do something, we must inform ourselves of the events and possible modes of actions. Do not wait until it's too late to learn about things that will and can impact you. I would like to finish by expressing my gratitude to people that have assisted me in getting here. To my parents, Amanda and William Singleton. Thank you for continuously putting up with my attitude and inspiring me to do better than the people who came before me. To my mentor, Simone, thank you for embodying the perfect example of a Black woman being a hardworking engineer. To my advisory and advisors, including Ms. McClinic, thank you for being a part of my support system. I will always be a yam. To my friends, thank you for encouraging me and always being that source of laughter when I could not deal. To Mr. Washington, thank you for your long but informative speeches. Through you, I can say that I have grown into a more outspoken person and a developed musician. To Mr. Street, thank you for teaching me about the government, even though I didn't think I would have any interest in anything you said. Lastly, thank you to the class of 2018. My high school career has been the best because of the memories we have made together. In the words of John F. Kennedy, let us not seek to fix the blame for the past. Let us accept our own responsibility for the future. Thank you.
Good afternoon, parents, teachers, friends, faculty, and graduates. My name is Diamond Clark, and I am honored to stand before you as KIPP Atlanta Collegiate's 2018 Salutatorian. I remember starting my journey at KIPP Strive Academy in the 5th grade. I was 11 years old in a white polo and khaki pants. My shirt had to be tucked in, and a black or brown belt had to be worn. We sat on the floors of classrooms and on the benches of lunch tables, and we walked in silent straight lines in the hallway. We could not talk during class, and when our teacher said, "I go," we responded with "I may," and gave them our full attention. I am not saying this to make KIPP out to seem like a prison, but to say from the very beginning, KIPP taught me a lesson that I would take with me for the remainder of my days, that everything in life is to be earned. We earned our grade level polos, our classrooms, our desks, and now we have all earned this day. On August 4th, 2014, most of our class walked through those doors of KIPP Atlanta Collegiate as freshmen. We worked hard for 4 years on academics, sports, relationships, and ourselves. It makes me proud to say that today, May 22nd, 2018, we are leaving as mature young adults ready to conquer the world. However, getting here to where I am now has not been easy. Throughout high school, I struggled in almost every aspect of my life. I continue to struggle with severe depression and self-harming. In ninth grade, I began to accept my realizations about myself, but because of my strict religious background, I was not able to truly be myself around those I love the most. Continuing to grow without my mother has been difficult, and looking out into the crowd today, not seeing her still has the same sting as 7 years ago when she passed away. Despite these challenges, I believe that my experience has shaped me into the radiant young woman that stands here in front of you. I have seen substantial growth in myself from ninth grade, and while I still have a very long way to go before I become who I want to be, I am proud of where I am. I know that if my mother were here today, she would be proud too. The same kids who started off in KIPP with a white polo and khaki shorts, sitting on floors because their desks had not been earned, are the same people who will be walking across the stage today. Our caps and gowns, all of our regalia, sitting in these seats and walking across the stage is something that has been on all of our minds since we first stepped foot in KIPP Atlanta Collegiate. I want to take this time to personally congratulate all of my classmates for all of their achievements. A hard chapter of our lives has ended, but the hardest are yet to come. As people of color with dreams to go on and achieve great things, there will always be those who do not want us to succeed. There are people who want to keep our communities in a continuous cycle of struggle economically, mentally, and emotionally. Our people have been abused and tormented for the past 400 years, and I encourage all of you to start to make efforts to break this cycle. Our whole lives we have been told that we are the future, and that future is now. We are at the point in our lives where we have to step up, wake up, and do whatever is necessary to ensure that we not only secure success for ourselves, but for our communities as well. The question that then arises is how. The first step is to realize that even though significant improvements have been made among the Black community for the past couple of decades, the statistics still work against us. Black people, specifically men, have the highest incarceration rate and some of the lowest graduation rates in America. To my fellow graduates, you have already defeated one of these statistics. The next step is to want better for yourselves and those that come after you, like those that came before us. For years, they fought many battles to ensure the success of future generations, but the war is not over and cannot end unless we do the same. I do not want to worry about my son's safety when getting pulled over, coming from a store, or even standing in the backyard. I do not want my daughter to feel as if she has to confine to a society where her characteristics are not embraced, where she would not feel beautiful without being made of plastic, and where others will refuse to see her value. The last and probably most important step would be to act. Act upon any opportunities for mental, physical, and social upliftment you can find. Act upon the dreams you've let grow in your head but never made into reality, for reality is only perspective. We can create a better reality by changing our perspective. As we age and experience our circumstances to understand them, we will then be able to overcome them. Only then can we grow, build, and thrive. To conclude, I would like to thank those that have been there and supported me throughout my time in high school. To my grandmother, we have never had the ideal relationship, but that's okay because we never had the ideal situation. Thank you for taking me out of the foster system and raising me as your own, although your time for raising children should have been over. To my father, thank you for overcoming your struggles to become the father that I need you to be. To my friends, thank you for sharing with me the memories that I will always take with me. To my special person, thank you for always being there and loving me whenever I was down. I would also like to thank Ms. Abdullah and Ms. McClinic for being supportive and amazing advisors. Mr. Kossoff for never giving up on us, even when we wanted to give up on ourselves, and Ms. Moore for being the most brilliant and eccentric woman I have ever met. I would also like to thank other organizations that I have been a part of, such as Project Engages and DOC. And to the class of 2018, congratulations. Remember that the best and the worst are yet to come. Wherever the road may take you, stay open to the lessons and awake to the opportunities for change. Thank you.
The Salutatorian is the second highest academic honor. The chosen student has the second highest ranking based on grade point average in the graduating class. Please join me in applauding Diamond Clark, who will be attending the University of Georgia in the fall. Diamond, please stand to be recognized. The valedictorian is the highest academic honor one can attain. The chosen student has the highest ranking based on grade point average in the graduating class. Please join me in applauding Tatiana Singleton, who will be attending Vanderbilt University in the fall. Tatiana is also KAC's Class of 2018 STAR student. The STAR program is designed to recognize high school seniors who have the highest SAT score in their graduating class and meet all other program requirements. Congratulations, Tatiana. Dell Scholars are students who demonstrate their desire and ability to overcome barriers and to achieve their goals. KAC's Dell Scholar is Jessica Heinzman. Please stand to be recognized. The Atlanta Journal Cup is awarded to a senior who demonstrates leadership qualities, is active in the community, and has a winning attitude. Please congratulate Kanijah Martin for being awarded the AJC Cup. Kanijah, please come forward to receive this award. The National Honor Society is the nation's premier organization established to recognize outstanding high school students. Scholars who are members of this prestigious organization are adorned with a white bib embroidered with the NHS logo. All NHS members, please stand. Thank you. The mission of the Beta Club is to promote the ideals of academic achievement, character, service, and leadership among elementary and secondary school students. Scholars who are members are draped with a gold stole embroidered with the Beta Club logo. Members of this prestigious club, please stand. Thank you. Scholars who are recipients of the Achieve Atlanta Scholarship are draped in a blue, orange, and white cord. Recipients of the Achieve Atlanta Scholarship, please stand. Thank you. Dual enrollment is a program that gives academically outstanding high school students an opportunity to enroll in undergraduate courses. Students can enroll in the program to earn both high school and college credits. Students who are in the dual enrollment program are presented with a red cord. Students in this program, please stand. Thank you. Top 10%. Students in this category represent the top 10% of the class of 2018 based on grade point average. KAC recognizes those scholars by presenting them with a white cord. With the top 10%, please stand. Thank you. Perfect attendance. This year, we recognize one senior who has the best attendance record. These scholars come to school daily with a positive attitude and a zest for learning. Kimberly Ward, please stand to be recognized. KIPP Atlanta Collegiate recognizes one scholar yearly to receive the Warrior Award. This student is selected by the principal. The 2018 Warrior Award goes to Catherine Howard. Please stand to be recognized. Georgia's Zell Miller Scholarship is available to Georgia residents who have demonstrated academic achievement. Students that have been awarded the Zell Miller Scholarship, please stand. Thank you. We recognize those scholars who have earned a 21 or higher on the ACT and scholars who have earned a 1,500 or more on the SAT. Scholars who meet this categorization, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Georgia's Hope Scholarship is available to Georgia residents who have demonstrated academic achievement. The scholarship provides money to assist students with their educational costs of attending a HOPE-eligible post-secondary institution located in Georgia. Scholars that have been awarded the HOPE Scholarship, please stand. Thank you. Lastly, the class of 2018 has been awarded over $15 million in scholarships. All scholars that have been awarded scholarships, please stand. Join me in congratulating all of the hard work and diligence exemplified by KIPP Atlanta Collegiate's class of 2018. Thank you.
It is my honor to introduce Kinnery Patel Smythe and Jandre Pryor of KIPP Metro Atlanta Schools. Mrs. Patel Smythe serves as the Executive Director of KIPP Metro Atlanta Schools. She first joined the team in 2012 as the Chief Academic Officer. Jandre is the head of schools for all secondary schools in KIPP Metro Atlanta. Before becoming the head of schools, Jandre was the principal of KIPP South Fulton Academy in East Point, Georgia, for 9 years. He has also served as an assistant principal, coach, and director of curriculum during his 14 years with KIPP Metro Atlanta. He takes the most pride in his role as a father to his beautifully intelligent daughter and his brilliant son. It is with great pleasure that I welcome Mrs. Kinnery Patel Smythe, followed by Mr. Jandre Pryor, to address our class of 2018.
Thank you, Kiosha, for that great introduction. My name is Kinnery Patel Smythe, and I have the great honor of being our executive director here in Metro Atlanta. Together, we educate over 3,600 scholars in our 8 schools. This event is one of my favorite events of the year because it's a time that we get to celebrate your accomplishments from this chapter of your life and begin thinking about your next chapter, because this and today is also a beginning. Class of 2018, we're so proud of you for reaching this milestone on your way to and through college. I know that there are a lot of people here who have been instrumental in supporting you getting throughout school, and I want to give a huge shout out to our families, our friends, our staff, our teachers, and the rest of the community who have been here all along the way. As you prepare for this next journey, I want to give you a few words of wisdom, and some of these might sound a little familiar, but I've realized throughout my life that everything you learn continues to take on 2 new levels of meaning as you grow, mature, and have new life experiences. First, you're part of an incredible team and family. Look around this room, how filled it is with the people who love you. This is a term that we use a lot at KIPP, but I want you to take a moment to look around and see the many faces of team and family here that are around you. No one will be successful alone. You have tons of loved ones, teachers, and so many others that have helped you get here. And in college, and as you join your career, there are so many more people that you'll meet along the way. This team and family will always be here for you every step of the way, but be intentional about growing your network, have it get bigger as you continue on. Second, we talk about working hard and being nice. We say this so much that I sometimes worry that we don't take the time to think about what those words actually mean. You have worked so hard to get here. And in college, you'll be working even harder. It'll be absolutely worth it. At the same time, your character is just as important. All of the character strengths that we talk about so much here at KIPP, grit, social intelligence, gratitude, optimism, and curiosity will be even more important in college. You'll learn new things, you'll meet new people, you'll have new experiences, and you'll grow as a person. Throughout it all, let your character shine brightly. In this world today, we need to fill it with kindness. I want you to confront difficulty with grit and optimism, and confront hate and evil with love. Remember to work hard and be nice. Thirdly, I want you to build a better tomorrow. College and career will be amazing. It'll be fun, it'll be exciting, it'll be hard, and it'll be life-changing. Take advantage of every opportunity that you learn about and continue to build on the strong foundation that you already have in place. Keep your focus on what you're doing next in your life and push even harder. This experience will grow you in so many ways, as we need to build a better tomorrow, and we're counting on you. So, as you celebrate this milestone and go off to adulthood, know that your KIPP team and family is always here for you. Remember to work hard and be nice, and help us by building a better tomorrow. Congratulations to the class of 2018, KIPP Atlanta Collegiate. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Kennery. This is my first time speaking to a graduating class, let alone speaking to such a dynamic and accomplished group of young people ready to change the world. So bear with me as I humbly come before you today. The biggest deficit that we have in our society and in the world right now is an empathy deficit. We are in great need of people being able to stand in someone else's shoes and see the world through their eyes. We live in a culture that discourages empathy, a culture that too often tells us our principal goal in life is to be rich, thin, young, famous, and entertained. Empathy is a quality of character that can change the world, and you will do that. These are the words of the 44th President of the United States of America, President Barack Obama. Putting yourself in someone else's shoes and seeing the world through their eyes, that is the core message that I hope you walk away with today. When you have empathy, it means you can understand what a person is feeling in a given moment and understand why other people's actions made sense to them. It is one of the most important, if not the most important skill you can practice. It will lead to greater success personally and professionally. It will allow you to become happier the more you practice it. If you practice empathy regularly, you will treat the people you care about the way they wish to be treated. You will more clearly understand perceptions that have been created in others with your words and actions. You will learn how to motivate the people around you. You will more effectively convince others of your perspective and your point of view. And you will find it easier to deal with the negativity of others if you can better understand their motivations and fears. When I find myself struggling with someone, I remind myself to empathize, and I immediately calm down and accept the situation for what it is. And here are a few ideas on how you can develop empathy. Listen. Listen intently when people speak to you. Take the time to listen. The second thing, watch and wonder. Put down your cell phone for a minute. Stop checking Twitter. Stop reading about the latest gossip and look at people around you. Imagine who they are, who they might want to be, and what they are thinking and feeling. Lastly, choose the other side. We all have friends and loved ones that complain to us about how they have been treated by other people. A supportive friend or loved one almost always is on the side of the complainer. Try practicing the opposing viewpoint. Don't go with your default reaction immediately. Start on the other side and work your way back. In closing, class of 2018, I ask you to practice empathy. See the world through another person's eyes. Walk in the shoes of your adversaries. Remember, empathy is a quality of character that can change the world, and you will do just that. Thank you.
go high, stronger, deeper, like wildfire. Even though the world is colder, you can stand on my shoulder. Can't keep sitting down, get up, spread your magic all around. And the whole world's waiting. Jump, no more hesitating. Jump, oh jump, oh jump. Who you wanna be? Jump, hey, oh jump. When your knees are shaking, when your heart's racing, jump, go jump, oh jump. There's no guarantee that you'll let all your feet just jump. Go jump, jump to get to the other side. Jump to know how it feels to fly. Jump together we can go high, stronger, deeper, like wildfire. Even though the world's colder, you can stand on my shoulder. Can't keep sitting down, get up, spread your magic all around. It's not brave if you're not afraid. Trust the light, let it lead the way. You gotta fight if you wanna win. If you fall, get up and try again. It's to the other side. Jump to know how it feels to fly. Jump together we can go side. It's your move. It's your move. It's your move.
One more time, please, for these amazing students of the class of 2018. Good afternoon, I am Dave Howland, and I've had the distinct honor of leading this remarkable class for the past 4 years at KIPP Atlanta Collegiate. I want to start by giving a shout out to Dr. Karstarfin, Mr. Jernigan, and the members of the Atlanta Board of Education who are present today. We continue to have a really strong relationship with Atlanta Public Schools, and I am glad they're here to help celebrate your amazing success. Additionally, I'd like to shout out Ms. Kinnery Patel-Smythe, our Executive Director, Mr. John Pryor, our Head of Schools, Mr. Joe Arnold, our Board Chair, other members of the KIPP Metro Atlanta Board, and any other staff members from all of our KIPP Metro Atlanta schools who are here today to celebrate this class. Some of our scholars on the stage have been with us for over 8 years, and your incredible leadership and vision has helped support them on their journey. Finally, to the faculty and staff of KIPP Atlanta Collegiate, you have tirelessly shared your passion, your talent, and your wisdom with the class of 2018 over the past 4 years, and I want to thank you for guiding them on their journey with such a passion and dedication. Finally, there were so many of them that there wasn't a space on stage, but I would like to ask the class of 2018 senior advisors to stand right now and be recognized by their students. So while all the adults that I have mentioned can take some credit for the graduates sitting in front of us today, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the throngs of people elsewhere in the audience, the family members, friends, community supporters who have been central in the development of these young people. Class of 2018, please thank all these amazing folks out here that came to support you. All right, y'all. For 4 years, and in some cases 8, you have been inundated with one clear message, that at KIPP we do whatever it takes to ensure that you go to and through college. For many of you, this started 8 years ago with your homerooms were named after colleges. For others, it was regular reminders about how you need to know your numbers, whether your GPA and your ACT were the 2 tickets that you needed to punch so that you were able to have the academic record to gain admittance into your matched school. Starting in your junior year, you built wish lists, you applied to colleges, you filled out scholarship applications, you asked your teachers and mentors to write hundreds of letters of recommendation. At the end of this process, the results are clear. You are the strongest graduating class we have ever seen with over 800 college acceptances and over $15.4 million in scholarships to over 200 different colleges and universities. However, as impressive as these accolades are, as we've always said, the goal of our school has never been to get you to college. It's been to make sure that you get through once you're there. And we have asked you to work harder than any other senior class that has ever walked the halls of KAC. This graduating class is taking more AP classes than any other senior cohort, and you are required to show your grit and determination right up until last Thursday afternoon when you finished your final AP exams. This journey was not an easy one, but we knew you were capable of great things. You helped redefine what college preparatory education truly means in the city of Atlanta, and I know that you are better prepared to have a life of options because of your hard work at KIPP. So now we have come to the end, not just for you, because as many of you know, I'll be handing off the reins of KIPP Atlanta Collegiate to the fabulous Miss Perry at the end of this year. Some of you have recently told me that clearly I saved the best class for last. I think Jartavius told me that it was about time I graduated too. But either way, I'll have a very special relationship with the class of 2018. And so today I want to look past college and have us talk about your future. A few weeks ago, I attended a talk that focused on rethinking secondary education to prepare more students for the graduates of the future, for the jobs of the future. You see, the same way at KAC that we're rethinking our education, colleges are doing the same thing to better prepare you to have the jobs that we need in this strange new future. One of the speakers was the global head of talent for Delta Airlines. She hires about 1,500 people a year, and she was asked that what does she look for in the applicants of tomorrow? She gave 3 answers. She said, be a complex problem solver, be collaborative, and be kind. When I reflect upon this class, I have no doubt that you will have all these in spades. You see, to tackle the rigor of an open-ended AP exam question in biology, statistics, or English, you needed to do significant mental gymnastics. You needed to look at a complex multi-step problem and access both a huge amount of background knowledge while determining the plan on how to attack what you don't know yet. The ability to see a complex problem, whether it's an AP exam, a freshman chemistry course, or a new project in the workplace, and not be intimidated by that challenge is a skill that you must continue to hone. When you are challenged in life, you must cast aside fear and leverage your determination to employ a strategy that will eventually lead you to success. Ladies and gentlemen, our world is growing ever more autonomous, and we see machines and robots taking over jobs that only a few decades ago were filled by individuals like you with high school diplomas. The reality, though, is that what employers will never be able to replace is individuals who can work together and collaborate. You see, attempting to work in a silo is no longer a viable career path. You need to have the skill to lead, to work together, and to follow others in a way that elevates the thinking and productivity of the entire team. Just as your journey through high school required the adults, like the teachers, the counselors, the advisors, the parents, and the other staff to come together to support you on this journey, the careers you will fill in the future require you to be the collaborators. Finally, she said, be kind. And if I can add something to that, have integrity. In this new world where social media, the news media, and members of our own government are spending excessive amounts of time leveraging divisive name-calling and derogatory remarks, the skill of being honest and kind is in high demand. There have been peaks and valleys along all of your journeys. There have been false starts getting to this place in graduation. But your kindness and your care for others has been ever present. So my final charge to the class of 2018 is to persist in allowing your innate kindness and integrity to lead your decisions in life. Make the choice to surround yourself with friends you care for and who will take care of you. Work for organizations that value integrity and make sure that you only stay true to your word. You see, mistakes are going to come and go in your life, and some of them are going to be life-changing. But once you've made that mistake, the only choice you have left is whether you're going to handle that mistake with integrity or not. Own your choices, own your decisions, and let others know that you are an individual who can be trusted. Finally, always choose kindness. In a day when so many nasty things are said to you, said about you, or simply near you by adults, it would not be surprise anyone if you not to follow in our paths. But I will offer you that there is a better path. A more fulfilling path is one where you choose to lead with kindness. Our city, our country, and our world needs more adults that choose this path, and I hope you will join them. I will close today by highlighting the quote you chose by Maya Angelou. I encourage you to live with life, be courageous, adventurous. Give us a tomorrow better than we deserve. What amazes me, guys, about that quote is that it was said at a commencement address at UC Berkeley in 1977. However, I would argue that asking you to do better than we did, asking you to give us more than we deserve in our future, is applicable now more than ever. You are the future of our city and our nation, and while too many adults have let you down through their words and actions, I will challenge you to rise above it and choose a new path and a better example for others to follow. As you leave today as graduates at KIPP Atlanta Collegiate, you will continue to build upon a legacy of greatness that is being upheld in campuses and workplaces across the country. You will go to college or the military or get a job and show through your actions how your character represents the kindness and integrity that has defined your time at KAC. I miss you, I love you, and congratulations on the many achievements. Good luck, class of 2018. Now is the moment we've all been waiting for, the presentation of the diplomas. Lamek El-Bebli Calvin. Bobby Ray White. Khalib Jode Zion Young. Ade Alexander Dubinson. Micah Nigel Joseph Tate. Daquan Antavius Johnson. Christopher Alden Andrew McPhail. Rashay Larome Thomas. Randy Lamar Bell Jr. Hey! Jalen Nicole Fitzgerald. Akiba Beverly Calvin. Isaac Joseph Robinson. Jartavius Marquez Mitchell. Tariq Rodney Winfrey. India Takari Jeffries. Angel Dominique Austin. Elizabeth Louise Spencer.
Kenneth Wesley Bostick. Jelani Garvey Smith. Jabin Branson Henderson. Jaquan Devontae Johnson. Yashua Amir Miller. Samitria Sharday Harris. Suhaila Halima Abdus Salam. Hydera Nakia Strode. Jeffrey Demetrius Keene Jr. Michael Allen Dozier II. Hey! Shamari Willis Bell. Isis Kara Fowler. Ashayla Markia Lynn Thomas. Takesha Contel Jones. Keenan D'Angelo Kelly. Javay Cerise Harden. Courtney Brianna Stepp. Cedrica Kentavia Harris. Quindarius Raymond King. Sydney Nicole Hardiman.
Zion Alani Anderson. Andiana Geneva Williams. Jerry Matthews III. Torres Andrew Smith. Brandon Kennard Phillips. Alexis Kaya Johnson. Dilacey Ann Taylor. Elon Jaden Collins. Norris Marshall Jr. Terrion Latrice Mangum. Dejaria Renee Wyatt. Diamond Nicole Thomas Harris. William Bernard Jarrett Jr. Shakayla Lanice Smith. Bakayla Kiera Cook. Kennedy Deasia Campbell. Dendrit Marquise Cleckley. Kavaji LaCurtis Mitchell. DeQuavius Jamon Boston. Ivy Lynn Fowler. Melvia Deshawn Seymour. Ramona Catherine Cantrell. Jared Elbebly Calvin. Panther Chance Lattimore. Miko Karan Presley. Harriante Antoine Ponder. Rashad Andre Mercer. Jerica Sierra Guppy. Tayana Kashari Gaston. Aaron Janelle Miles. Thomas Dale Williams. Sabian Alexander Dollar. Javon Lamar Thornton. Kenyatta Shantae Weston. Ashlyn Jalaya Franklin. Kimberly Melissa Ward. Sydney Decorian Francis.
Dakari Jamal Francis. Deontay Carnelius Jeter. Kari Khalil Green. Travion Nikitan Williams. Jaden Irene Smith. Danae Mazari Tucker. Jessica Levon Heinzman. Ratavius Ronaldo Moss. Trejon Chosen Floydricus Jeffries. Raymond Smith. Raven Ayana Reese. Ajayla MyJoy Shaw. Natasha Joy Stallings. Christian McCarran. Toriana Adora Jackson. Kimaya Ajacia Riche Harms. Naye Araya Irene Spear. DeAndre Rashawn Smith. Alicia Patrice Smith. Jamaria Janetta White. Miracle Briance Williams McCoy. Kendrick Jernard Walker Jr. Justin Miguel Henderson. Ricky Valerius King III. Kyla Michelle Bethea. Labria Tamara Trammell. Renaya Julia Green. Lamario Demarius Roderick Bennett. Jade Armani Clark. Deshamay Danielle Pruitt. Taisha Lataria Patrick. Dominique Lamar Patrick. Brianna Anita Stillwell. Samaya Nashay Robinson. Nitera Unaya Ramsey. El Haj Malik Johnson. Xavier AJ Neely. Jerick Tremon Jones.
Alexis Dominique Devereaux Simmons. Leilani Ambria Allen. Nija Kayante Varney Brown. Kanija Adam Merton. Quentin Demond Arnold. Octavius Demond Arnold. Razar Kahinde Wali Williams. Quintarius Demetrius Taylor. Nkenge Niara Nuachukwu. Adrian Nicole Knight. Tiana Ariel Ba. Jamal Francis Beezer. Keith Andrea Brown Jr. Dion Martez Franklin. Miana Anye Thomas. Catherine Sierra Howard. Jayshana Danisha Washington. Derek Renard Jones II. Akeen Tayewo Wali Williams. Reginald Bernard Favors Jr. Cameron Tamaz Ruffin. Bradley Armand Jr. Nikeria Nishay Allen. Janaya Yarina Boone. Haley Cherie Monson. Jasmine Tyler Tianvari Coley. Chanara Emden. Amanda Olivia Shamika Jeter. Marche Alexius McCray. Morgan Jovan Pittman. Micaiah Janae Rocks. Naja Nzinga Young. Jordan Raquel Campbell. Jalen Maxine Hunter Bailey. Caraven Maya Jacqueline Mayfield. Gabrielle Sanai Beasley. Diamond Nicole Lloyd. Tatiana Cyan Singleton. Diamond Nicole Clark.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2018.
KAC, we sing to thee, strong unity and tenacity. We have honor in all that we do, innovation to give something new, humanity to touch the community. Ooh, 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 ooh. KIPP, Atlanta, Collegiate, our alma mater. KIPP, Atlanta, Collegiate, it gives us knowledge. KIPP, Atlanta, Collegiate, our alma mater. Oh, how we love our KAC. We sing to thee, strong unity and tenacity. We have honor in all that we do, innovation to give something new, humanity to touch the community. KIPP, Atlanta, Collegiate, our alma mater. KIPP, Atlanta, Collegiate, it gives us knowledge. KIPP, Atlanta, Collegiate, our alma mater. Oh, how we love our KAC. KAC, we sing to thee. We have honor in all that we do, innovation to give something new. Oh, how we love our KAC.
Mr. Joe Arnold, Board Chair of KIPP Metro Atlanta Schools. Our students have successfully completed our approved course of study and satisfied all requirements for high school graduation as prescribed by the KIPP Metro Atlanta Schools Board of Directors and in accordance with the state of Georgia.
In witness thereof, and on the recommendation of the faculty, I hereby declare the 2018 KIPP Atlanta Collegiate class as graduates awarded a duly certified diploma. Diamond Lloyd and Norris Marshall, please come forth to lead your classmates in the turning of the tassel. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you the KIPP Atlanta Collegiate graduating class of 2018.